Top 5 rookies on the Niners through 12 days of camp. Ranked in order, ascending order from 5 to 1. Let's do it. Who do you think is going to be number 5 on my list? I already tweeted it, so if you saw it, don't cheat. Number 5 on the list, I'm going to go with linebacker Nick Martin. Just because I think he's having a solid camp, but he hasn't made any plays. Like, he hasn't picked anyone off yet, but he's like around the ball making, tackles in a session where no one tackles. So I'm going to give him 5, just because he hasn't been bad. He hasn't been great, but he hasn't been bad. So Nick Martin, number 5. Number 4, Mykel Williams. He's hurt. We don't know how hurt, but he's actually made some plays. As a defensive end, you can see that he's a really good run defender right now. I would say that he's probably a better run defender right now on the edge than Nick Bosa right now. Well, he's hurt right now, but before the injury, after, when he's back. As an interior rusher, I think he's better. I don't know about right now, not right now, but I think the potential when he's done growing and when he's like 23, 24, he will be a better interior rusher than Eric Armstead ever was. Eric Armstead wasn't that good of an interior rusher right away. It took him like 4 years. Go back and look at his stats. He did a bunch of nothing until his contract year, his 5th year. And then he got paid and went back to doing a bunch of nothing as a pass rusher. That's the Eric Armstead experience. I think, and he was never that like shifty or slippery. He would just bull rush you, and he had pretty good pad level, and he was strong. So he could push the pocket. He wouldn't finish that many plays. He got a bunch of cleanup sacks in 2019 and got paid for it. I think as an interior rusher, Mykel Williams is much more fluid, shifty, like a smaller DeForest Buckner. That's why Trent Williams compared him to Buckner. So he's like Buckner if Buckner was a little smaller and could play defensive end, because Buckner could not play defensive end. That being said, he's a project, and he's gotten hurt 3 times this offseason. So he's 4. Number 3. CJ West. CJ West has been the star of the defensive lineman. It looks like a 3-down player. He's a nose tackle. He doesn't have the ideal body type to play 3 technique. He's a little bit short. He's like 6'1", doesn't have long arms, but he's relentless. He's violent. He has moves on top of moves on top of moves. He has a pass rush plan. He has counters. He can bull rush you. He can go around you. He can work edges. He looks very stout in the run game. Again, it's hard to crown a lineman before you've seen him in preseason, which maybe in a week, maybe in 4 days, 3 days, he'll be number 1 on this list after he dominates a preseason game. But for now, also, I didn't get to see him in one-on-ones. I was watching Ricky Pearsall. I didn't get to see him in 11-on-11s. I was watching Brock Purdy. So maybe he was phenomenal over there. Maybe he was awful. Don't know. But based on what I've seen in practice, number 2. Number 2, Jordan Watkins. Jordan Watkins is having such a good offseason. He missed 1 day with something, and then he came right back. He's not big. He's about 5'11 and a half. He's about Brandon Ayuk size, maybe half an inch shorter. He's got real thick legs, paws, as opposed to Ricky Pearsall, who's more spindly. Ricky Pearsall looks like a classic wide receiver. Jordan Watkins looks a little bit more like a receiver / running back, although he runs routes like a wide receiver. He's faster than Ricky Pearsall. He's more physical than Ricky Pearsall. I'm not saying he's better than Ricky Pearsall, but I'm not saying he's not either. And like, if Jawan Jennings doesn't get resolved by then, if he's not in football shape week 1, and he's not in the same page as Brock Purdy, they don't need to force the issue with Jawan week 1 right away, because this guy's really good. Robinson's pretty good. And Pearsall is very good at certain things. I think Pearsall's got to be a Z or a slot. You can't have him on the line of scrimmage. He's not strong enough. You got to make sure that he can't be touched. Can't be touched. I think Watkins can play split end. I think he can play the X. I think you put him on the line of scrimmage. I think he's quick and strong enough to beat press coverage. Maybe Maybe not immediately, but maybe next year. I'm not even rolling him out for this year either. He's good. He went to Ole Miss. He played for Lane Kiffin. It seems like he's been in a pro system for a while. Maybe Ole Miss's system isn't super like pro style, but it's a pro coach. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I think he's really good. And he's fast. And if Brock Purdy won't hit him on the post, you know who will? McCorkle. Mac Dre. Mac Miller. Number one rookie. Who was the number one rookie? Upton Stout. He's so good. He's my favorite player in the NFL right now. He might be my favorite player of all time. He had an interception in one-on-one drills, which is not easy to do, especially playing nickel. The guy can go left, right, whatever he wants. He falls down, Upton Stout makes a diving interception. Did I see it live? No, but the Niners posted a video of it, and I watched it. You guys could watch it too. I'm talking about it like I saw it and no one else saw it. No, I just do what they posted it. But it looked nice. Of all the players on the team, he's improved the most. When I first saw him, like at the beginning of camp, I thought he was completely overrated. He was getting worked by Russell Gage. Now, he's working Russell. Pause. But you'd love to see that. Some might. And the thing about Upton Stout is I really feel like people are going to start to realize who he is or know who he is based on the tackles he makes in games. So the fact that he can do this stuff in coverage is just like it's the cherry on top. They drafted him for his tackling. Primarily. And they wanted him to be K1 Williams. K1 Williams wasn't fast. K1 Williams couldn't cover man-to-man. This guy can cover man-to-man, despite being 5'8.5". So it looks like a good rookie class, unless I'm completely misjudging Watkins, Stout, and West. Those three look like hits. 3 hits. Michael, we'll see. If he's healthy, he'll be a hit eventually. But we'll see. And then Nick Martin, too early to say. Alfred Collins, honorable mention, starting to get better. And they're going to need him to play because their defensive tackles, they have none. Jordan Elliott's out. I made this point, right? We talked about this. Yeah. And the thing about Alfred Collins is like, I don't think it's I think he's exactly what they drafted him to be. I think he fits he didn't come in and not fit the billing. It's like, oh God, who thought, no. He had 1 sack in 16 games last year. Read his scouting report. He's slow off the line of scrimmage. They knew this. They're going to try to change him a little bit to be a little bit more aggressive, and maybe that'll have some dividends with his production, but ultimately they didn't draft him to do that. Of course, they'll try to help him improve, and maybe in a couple years, he'll be freaking Chris Jones. I don't know. But for now, he's a guy who ideally will play 16, 17 games, give you 1 or 2 sacks, eat up double teams, shut down the run, and bat down some passes. Maybe even intercept one. Go and look at his numbers. He had a bunch of pass breakups in college, not a bunch of sack. You know why? High pad level. Bull rush stalls out. Quarterback has the ball. What's he going to do? What you going to do? Are you going to get it popping, or are you going to jump and bat down that pass? You can't get it popping. What song am I singing? I don't know, but they play it Orange Theory all the time, and I don't feel like singing it. Up in the morning, girl, the DJ playing that song. Hey, what you gonna do? I'm gonna get it popping. Hate that song, man. But it gets stuck in your head, and now you gotta hear it. What song is that? It's not a good song. Oh, man. Was Bryce Huff good? Man, I was watching the Niners offense. I wish I watched the defense, though, because everyone watched the offense, and I feel like I could have stolen everyone else's reports, pretended it was mine, and then tell you what happened in the defense. Because that's honorable journalism. You know what I mean? Stop talking about me falling off a treadmill. That didn't happen. There's no visual evidence that ever happened. Okay, so you guys making fun of the Niners drafting Michael Williams and Alfred Collins because they're big. I'm just gonna say one thing: the Rams have a good defense, right? And they have this great pass rush, right? But why didn't they go to the Super Bowl last year? Because their D line is small as hell, and they got ran over by the Eagles twice last year, and it's still a small defense. You can't win that way. The let's talk about something else, man.